Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purifies you rather than you purifying yourself.
Yes.
The Naqshbandis, they obviously do a lot of dhikr.
Yes.
But how's that linking?
They do not do a lot of dhikr. They do small dhikr, number of dhikr, but very, very focused dhikr, which will open you up.
Right.
They do have some level, even we as fathers and shadows, we do have it, but it's very further, you know. They call, it's called Sultan al-Dhikr. When dhikr will conquer you. You cannot stop yourself making dhikr, you know. So then they make a lot of dhikr, but they're not making, but dhikr is making them, you know. Do you understand? But it's like, do you understand, do you know the meaning of doping? It's drugs to build up the doping.
Yes.
Doping, yeah. So normal way of playing on, you know, doing the exercises, it will take long time. But if you take these things, small bits straight away. So Naqshbandis and Kubrawiyahs do that, you know. They know the doping, you know. So it will just open it up. And also another thing, just small secret, but just password for you. Do you know, they say kashf is the first step inside of yaqeen. So they do get the kashf in the beginning of the tariq. So when you see the kashf, you know, so it is the same as, let's suppose that on daily basis, each single morning you find bread on your table. Okay, so each single day. But still, because you don't know where is it coming from, so you are scared that one day it may stop. So you will start collecting it, you know, saving it, you know. So that's our way. But when kashf happens, kashf is the same as you will just see where is it coming. You will see that it's made in some factory and it's impossible because so much wheat and water that if they do not prepare bread for you, it will get decomposed. So it is bad for them not to prepare it. Now you are not afraid, you know. So they do get this kashf in the beginning of the stage, you know. Now they don't need to make tawakkul because they saw it. We call it tawakkul, but they do not call it tawakkul because they saw it. Because tawakkul is before you will see. Does it make sense?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so it's very, I'm telling you, the dodgy people.
The other question is that, Sheikh, is it not, like for example, he said that, you know, our tariqah is to do mujahada,
Yes.
and there's other ways, depending on the Sheikh, your Sheikh, what level he's at, is it not possible that he can pick you up to the height?
It happens, I did ask many of the shuyukh because I was struggling, you know. I'm still struggling to fight my ego, etc. So I was thinking, I used to think that if I will meet the awliya, they can help me out. Okay, but it is, so I've got the answer. It was very painful, you know. They can do, but it will not stay with you. Because the level is gained by you. Okay, so Sheikh can, if he gives you, you will die.
Yes.
Because you are not ready to receive it. But if he gives you on your own level, so, because it's the same as to putting on the clothes on the wind. It will stay, but because there is no solid substance, it will just fall down, you know. But if he will bring you there, so because you didn't see, you didn't get used to what you see, you know, what you test from the beginning, you will die. You will not be able to bear it, you know. Sayyid Abdulaziz Dabbar, he gives an example saying that sometimes when Fath comes, very high Fath, some of the awliya just die just by seeing it because they will not be able to bear. Because from zero, they will be brought to the thousand.
Are there any exceptions? Like, because I heard of the story of Usul al Ashara Jilani where at night time there was a robber and he was hiding and he made him like the Qutb or...
Yeah.
Was that like an exception?
No, I don't know about this case, but because, do you know what they say? Because the main thing about Allah conquering your heart. So when Allah will conquer, He will burn off everything in there. Some of us have clean heart. So He's ready, He has got the substance there, you know. But there are exemptions, yes. But which is very rarely happens. Okay, it happened with one of the Aqtab in Tariqah, so who made the person, you know, from zero, but before that he advised him saying, don't do it because you will not be able. But that person said, please. And he just stayed there for 7 days, and after that he died.
Baqi Billah.
Arifan. Was it Baqi Billah or was it Arifan? It's one of them, yeah. Most likely Baqi Billah, most likely. Yeah. So it's very difficult, yeah. So, tariqah is only basically you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know. And also, awliya, before you will prove yourself, awliya will not show themselves to you, you know. So first you have to show that you're serious. And sometimes it may take 20 years, even more, you know. So we are looking for the awliya and they're not giving up it. We know them, but they will not give a sign, you know. Yeah, so that's it. Unfortunately.
You get some shuyukh who have multiple links. So they say they're trained in the Qadri way, they say they're trained in the Naqshbandi way.
Yeah.
And so they have different types of murids and they...
Yeah, exactly. I've been told that it's the same as one pool can have like big ocean, can have a salty water and non-salty water, but it will never mix up. Okay, so Qadri Tariqah is there and Naqshbandi is also there, but it will never be mixed up. So they can give you tarbiyah in any of them.
Sheikh, if we're Qadris and we decided to do wazaif of Naqshbandis,
without ijazah of your sheikh and without taking ijazah from Naqshbandi, you cannot do it. It's worthless. Yeah, so the quickest way is a nafi ithbat of Naqshbandi, but that will help you only after the ijazah. It's the same as our chilla.
If we get their ijazah, not our own sheikh, like Sheikh al-Islam, it's not possible to.
No, you cannot.
Sheikh, what way does the Ba'alawi tariqah operate? How does that, do you know?
But Ba'alawi, as far as I know, it's coming from the root of Aidarusi, who was a branch of Kubrawiyah actually.
Oh, so
it's linked.
Same,
it's a modified version of the Kubrawiyah, as far as I know. Because the Aidarusis, am I right? Ba'alawis are coming from the Aidarusis? I'm not sure. But if it is Aidarusis are a branch of Kubrawiyahs.
So they work on that third level then?
Jazb, yeah. So they work on Jazb or Muhammadiyas.
Over these branches, so you have Naqshbandi, Fulan,
Yeah.
Naqshbandi this, Naqshbandi that.
So Naqshbandi Mujaddidis, some of the branches of Naqshbandi Mujaddidis are obligated already, so be careful. If you want to take tariqah, I know the names in the chain after whom Naqshbandi has been obligated. So you cannot go through that person to Naqshbandis no more.
But some of them do what Rizal said before, they do loads of wazifas, some of them from these. Naqshbandi Haqqanis, for instance. They all day long.
I don't know. But I used to be Naqshbandi, so I'm still Naqshbandi, you can see, because first bay'ah that I've taken is Naqshbandi, but now I'm Shadri because of some certain condition, because our Shaykh passed away, etc. So anyway, our tariqah used to be just Naqshbandi, not Mujaddidi. Pure Naqshbandi. So it's mainly to work together Jazb. And Jazb happens either by Nafi and Isbat, that's the quickest way, or either on Lataif.
I heard somebody say that the pure Naqshbandi, most people can't cope with it. So some shuyukh, they make some adjustments.
No, in terms of Sheikh Ahmed Sarhani, definitely he did modify Naqshbandi tariqah a lot actually. Yes, so he did. And it was beneficial also. But our practicing used to be just Naqshbandi tariqah. I don't have that much knowledge on the Mujaddidi tariqah. Naqshbandi, that's what our thing is. Yeah, so, and also, there are some shuyukh, in 6 months they can get you to the level of Sultan al-Zikr. Sultan al-Zikr means it's the beginning of the end of the path. Means Wilaya Sughra is there. Because you are just sitting now with me speaking, but Zikr is there, you cannot stop yourself. You will force yourself to stop, you will be unable. Now you're just engaged with Zikr. Yeah, so Zikr Sultan, normally we as Shadris and Qadris, we reach after fighting ourselves for a long time, several chillas, and after several chillas, then we reach,
Do you like when people talk about the secrets of this scholar, the secrets.
Yeah, yeah.
What do they mean by this?
Sirrul
What, obviously, it's a secret, but what does that mean? What's it meant by this?
So it's like there is software, but software, for example, let's say, do you play Counter-Strike?
Sorry? Counter-Strike, which one's that?
It's a game.
So Counter-Strike, you do have that software. But for you to work on it, you have to have Java, for example. So Java is kalimatul sir. Did you understand? The sir of the wilaya is Java. So software, game software will not work before you will set up Java. So what is Java? That is sir, that your secret that you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Like the password.
That will activate the unseen side, you know?
It's like to open certain pro, you need Adobe to do certain things. It's got to be that sort of thing.
Because there's a mosque in Burnage called Naqshbandi Mujiddi, that's a Deobandi mosque.
Okay.
Is that possible?
No, we say, look, mashallah, it's a really good question. No, with anyone else also, it's impossible to be wali before your aqidah will be aqidah of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. It's either Maturidi, pure Maturidi, or pure Ashari. But if you do have strange aqidas within which is not Maturidi and Ashari, so that tariq will not benefit you, you know. But it could be hujjah against yourself in Yawm al-Qiyamah. Okay. Now, for example, so far I haven't seen any Salafi, for example, even if it's great Sheikh of Salafis who has got some karama, because their aqidah is not correct. So by having, for example, incorrect aqidah, what's the meaning of incorrect aqidah? It is when you insult God in your heart. For example, you say in your heart, okay, God did lie and he can lie. Now you are insulting. It's your aqidah. So Allah will not make you sin because you're insulting him, you know. Or you're insulting one of the prophets. Okay, or you're insulting Rasulullah himself. Or you are insulting, for example, Sahaba. Or you are insulting the end. So as long as you're insulting the people who are attached to God, God will never give you the sainthood, but other way around. Allah says, أَهْزَنْتُهُ بِالْحَرْبِ I will fight against you, remember. So, getting to the level of wilaya by having strange aqidas, which is not Maturidi and Ashari, it's impossible. It never can be. Yeah. Inshallah, we'll stop here and we'll catch up, inshallah, in the next lecture. Alhamdulillah.